Alrighty, y'all, now that we got our Ritz crackers with our sugar, cinnamon, lemon juice, and light lemonade, zero sugar, so it's just kind of like a lemon flavored water. I'm just coming in with our cream of tartar, and we're gonna start mixing up this historic recipe. All right, I'm coming in with my mashers here. We're gonna kind of break up some of these pieces of our Ritz crackers. Now, I don't know if y'all are familiar with this recipe, but if you're not, you can find it on the back of some Ritz cracker boxes, especially like the classic ones. This is a recipe that was developed in the 1930s, and actually, some of you may know this, that Ritz crackers originated in 1938. And when the Ritz crackers initially came to be, this recipe was featured on the back of the box. All right, we're just coming in with our Hobbibichi flippers. We want to make sure that these spices, that cinnamon, are mixed perfectly well with all of our Ritz crackers here. We've got our sugar. Now for sugar and liquid, you should do about a 1-to-2 ratio. And we are keeping some of our Ritz here intact. That's gonna give us the texture that we're looking for, the texture that we're mimicking here today. For this, like I said, historic recipe came about, you know, maybe your grandparents or your great-grandparents taught you this, familiarized you with it. For me, it would have been, you know, my grandmother was growing up during this time period. This is something definitely my great-grandparents were making with the shortage of ingredients, fresh ingredients, shortage of water, the Dust Bowl, everything that was going around in this time period. This was a rare treat, a delicacy that you could make with your delicious Ritz crackers. Now I'm coming in with my Quaker oats, and this does differ from the original recipe. I've got just 4 sticks of butter melted here, which I'm adding to these oats. Now I'm adding in some brown sugar here. I'm using the dark brown, but you can use whatever kind you like. Just sugar that up, sugar me timbers. And now I'm just gonna add in some of our ground cinnamon in there as well to keep this taste profile and our theme going. And now I'm just gonna give this a good mix till we get all of this incorporated. Wow, it smells so good. And already the crackers down there are smelling so good, y'all. This is such a treat. Really fun to do with your kids. Like I said, historical, a learning experience. I think y'all are really gonna love this. All right, I'm just gonna start doing our crust on here just like this now. We're gonna sprinkle this on top. We're just making our crust here out of that brown sugar, butter, oats, and cinnamon mixture right on top of the, you know, the lemon and the cream of tartar and those Ritz crackers and our cinnamon down below. They're mimicking one thing. This is just kind of putting the finishing touches on top. You could use more Ritz crackers to make this crust if you like, but I just happen to have these oats, and it just made sense for me personally to use the oats. But of course, the traditional is the Ritz cracker. The traditional includes a pie crust. But you know what, y'all? We're just making this the simple, easy, fun way today on our Hobbibichi. Alrighty, I'm just gonna close the lid. I'm gonna let this cook up for about 10 minutes. Alrighty, y'all, we've had this cooking for about 10 minutes. Normally, I would get some vanilla ice cream, but I am all out. But a scoop of vanilla ice cream, what goes better than this all-American mock apple pie than a scoop of ice cream? Or you could put some caramel right on top. Wow, look at that. Yummy. Doesn't that look just incredible, y'all? Mock apple pie, original Ritz recipe from the Ritz box during the Great Depression, y'all. This is so easy, so good. You've got to try it.